welcome to Skincare Line Week on the Masters Series. So first thing I'm going to do is walk you through our different kinds of skincare. There are 4 lines. We'll walk through some details on each one. And then I'm going to do a cool little demo on this orange here that's going to really help you understand why in the world do we need a Skin Vigorate cleansing brush and microderm and the facial peel. So, okay, first things first. Let's start with Clear Proof. Clear Proof is our line for acne-prone skin. And it promises clearer skin in 7 days. So if you have someone, it doesn't have to be just a teenager. I hear women all the time say, man, I never had trouble with acne until after I started having kids or when I got into my 30s. And I had exactly that same experience. In fact, my dermatologist said I had rosacea after I had my second child, and I was 30 or 31 at that time. And so he put me on 3 medications, 3 creams I had to put on every morning and every night. And I mean, if I missed one, I was going to have a problem the next day. I was going to have a rosacea flare. And so, every now and then I would miss one or the other, and oh my gosh, I wish I hadn't done that. Well, after I started selling Mary Kay, at my next regularly scheduled dermatologist appointment, I brought my miracle set and said, okay, I just started selling this, and is this okay? And I gave it to him. Well, dermatologists can't possibly know every single product that's out there. They can't. I mean, there's just so many different kinds of skincare lines. And frankly, they don't make any money if we buy Mary Kay or some other line or something that we get at the grocery store. And so naturally, they want to promote the skincare and the meds that they offer and make money on. So long story made short, I'm using what he wanted me to use, and brought him this set, and he said, oh yeah, sure, you can use that. It's got a little bit of retinol. Might help. So anyway, I the next time I happened to miss either a morning or an evening and I didn't have a flare up, I was really very pleasantly surprised, but I wasn't going to skip it again until at some point, I think we had gone out of town and I had forgotten all my meds. And so all I had was my miracle set, nothing else I can do. So I went on and used that. And just a little bit of retinol that's in the miracle set, which we're going to talk about next, has been enough. All of this time, I've never had to go back on those expensive and, not super great for my skin products. So yay for that. But I just want you to know that you can mix and match. If you've got a customer who is, let's say she's in her 30s and she doesn't have super oily skin, well, Clear Proof might end up being a little bit too much for her because it's really got all the things in mind that somebody that has maybe adolescent acne all the way up to someone that's just having her mid-30s bad skin attack. Or it could be certainly much later than that. The main triggers for acne are, of course, bacteria on the skin, but hormones will trigger a flare-up. And so anytime we have a hormone shift in adolescence, in our 30s, at my age now, going through that fun change in menopause. I can't believe I even say that. But anyway, so Clear Proof is all about clearer skin in 7 days, but it could be too much for someone who doesn't have super oily skin. So what I want you to know is mix and match the products. Everybody, oh my gosh, my husband is, whatever age he is. I have him every now and then use the acne treatment gel. It's an awesome spot treatment kind of thing. And I called it acne treatment gel. That's what it used to be called. This is exactly the same thing. It's just in packaging that matches our set. And they discontinued acne treatment gel because we came out with this set, but it's exactly the same product. So if anybody asks for that, girl, give them this. Now we also have the little mini version. I call it a trial size or travel size of Clear Proof. It's only $20, and you can let somebody buy that. I mean, it's cost effective if they're nervous about trying it, but this is a much, much better value to get the whole full-on set. So you could have someone that you need to customize her skin. Maybe she's using the Miracle set and she just needs a little bit for acne control now and then. Well, she can add the blemish control toner that's in the Clear Proof set and add that in. So completely customizable. All of our lines are made to work together. They're pH balanced where they will work with each other. That's a huge thing, y'all. Okay, now we're moving on to our Miracle set. And the basic set is part of the Miracle set. That's just cleanser and moisturizer. But y'all, Mary Kay, the woman, she only asked us 2 things. 1, always wear a skirt or dress. if you're doing something officially Mary Kay. And the other thing was, don't break the set. She knew that if a woman just bought our cleanser and then did it with her own moisturizer or no moisturizer, and then she slapped on her foundation, it wasn't going to give her the same look and the same feel, and it couldn't meet all the promises that we make that relate to our skincare. So she always said, y'all, as much as you can help it, don't sell somebody just our foundation without the skincare, or just the skincare and let them go home knowing that they're going to mix it with whatever brand of foundation they're using at home. Now, don't lose a sale over it. Be sure that you communicate the way I do that, so that I don't have arguments later, or kind of that surprise. What, are you just trying to talk me into buying more? I always tell people, I do the little back of the hand demo when I do every makeover, every spa appointment, every time I do one of your grand openings. I always do that demo in the back of the hand, and I tell people right up front, our set is made to go together. You're going to get the best results, the best look possible when you use the set all together. And so then I usually don't have a lot of pushback when I get to the end and say, I know you want that basic set, but it's not going to look as good with the foundation that you're using at home. Are you sure you don't want to get that foundation too? So, and it makes me feel like I'm doing them a service, because I know I have seen the difference it makes when I mix and match. I mean, the thing is, we're just making a little war go on our skin if we mix and match different brands. Like we put an oil of Olay with a Mary Kay and then a Bare Minerals. We're just asking for those things to this one's active ingredients to fight with this one's active ingredients, and nobody wants that going on her face. And another thing I say all the time is, it's not like we're calling, hey, St. Ives apricot scrub people, what's your pH so that we can make sure that our Mary Kay balances with yours? We're not doing that. We're making sure that our products work the best together. And so I always advise my customers, it's gonna look the best, but then I'm not gonna try to lose a sale over if she's just not gonna do that, or financially she just can't today. Okay, so basic set is our very first point when we're starting to think about lines and wrinkles. So I usually have people in their really early 20s start on the basic set. When they're concerned about little lines that start under the eyes, it's where they always see it first and they start freaking out. That was a long time ago. That's where you can add the day and night solution. And our day and night solution, that's what makes it the miracle set. Now, this contains our patented Pronewal treatment. This is protection during the day because it has SPF 35 built right in, and enhanced renewal at night. You get it? Pronewal. So these two products really boost the anti-aging benefits that the basic, the cleanser and moisturizer have. And so that's why we call it a miracle, because it helps you not to just age slower. It takes you from where you are today and goes backwards. So if a customer was willing to do a before and after picture with you, like she would take a picture here under her eyes and here maybe her smile lines, she would see a difference in about a week, week and a half, 2 weeks. She would see a difference. So that's what we're talking about. Not just making you age slower. Who knows what you would have looked like had you not been using this. We're talking about take you from today backwards. That is results. So they can use just the basic set, cleanser and moisturizer. And by the way, the little stripes on the back tell you whether it's for combination to oily skin or normal to dry skin. One more tip about these. When you're doing a Mary Kay appointment, even though you might have some people that are normal to dry or combination to oily or whatever, when you demo it, you want to demo only the normal to dry. It's just so much easier at a table with dry hands and dry face and a barely damp little cloth to wipe it off, to use this creamy formula. If you use the gel and then you have her try to take that off, it just feels kind of slimy. Blah. So more about the Pronewal treatment in our day and night solution. These are the ones that when you add them to the basic, it becomes the miracle set. So this is protection during the day. It's got great SPF benefits in it. And then you'll see in the night solution, you see the little beads in there? Those have vitamins, botanicals, peptides, so that when you press the button down, the product comes out of the little aperture, the opening here, and that's what bursts those little microspheres. So when you're bursting those right onto your fingertips to slide on your face, That's giving you the freshest version possible of those vitamins, botanicals, and peptides that are really doing some great stuff on your skin, renewing it over the course of the time that you're sleeping and repairing while you're sleeping and then protecting during the day. So that's the Miracle Set. So that's again for when we're starting to think about anti-aging all the way up to whenever it's time to go to the next big girl step. Okay, now let me back up a little bit because I skipped over this one. The Botanical Effects line. Our Botanical Effects has 3 different formulas, and it's awesome for people who have normal skin. That's this version. It's Formula 2. People that have oily skin, that would be Formula 3. And people that have dry skin, and that's Formula 1. These don't have anti-aging benefits in them. So if somebody is thinking about anti-aging, this is not really her friendly set. She's going to want something more like the Miracle Set. But of course, she can mix and match. Now, the reason that we have Botanical Effects is that sometimes you have a gal that she just wants to, she's not ready for anti-aging yet. She just wants to control a little oil, or she wants to add a little hydration. She's not concerned with acne either. And so it's a perfect line. It's very botanically friendly. Even the packaging, I think it says on the insides of the lids. Ooh, look how cute that is. Ooh, fresh and clean. I like it's so friendly and happy. So this line is pink doing green. It's printed with soy ink. These are recycled packages. I mean, it's just the most earth-friendly, botanically sourced line. And so we don't want to ever call anything all natural. Another brand, major known brand, has really been in a lot of trouble for saying we're all natural. And there's been a lot of lawsuits. And the reason why is, y'all, if you even, I don't know, if you do anything to the water to alter how the water is, it's not all natural anymore. And you know what? If we could just be girlfriends here, if we were still insisting on everything all natural, we would look like the pioneer women on the Great Plains when Oklahoma was founded. You know, we can do that, but science and technology has given us such beautiful ingredients that give us such enormously beneficial results that I'm all about. Just give me the results. I'll eat healthy, but I'm gonna have my skin look the best it can. Okay, so that's my little soapbox there about all natural. Great line. Super simple line. You don't go there if she wants anti-aging. Okay, moving on. Oh, it's also a great mask to just do as part of our multi-masking, which we'll talk about next week. Now, moving on now to our, sorry about that, Time-Wise Repair Set. This is my demo set, and the packaging has changed just a little bit, but this is my demo set, so we're using this one to just kind of walk you through it. And this one is the newest one, so it's probably the one that people know the least about. So I'm going to talk to you about this one. When we became we used to be a top 10 brand globally. Oh, I'm so proud of that. But we've actually made a tremendous leap where we're now in the top 5 brands globally. The planet that we live on as a globe, we are in the top 5 selling brands. That is awesome. And that's because of you and because of our customers that love our product. Oh, what we do is so simple. Okay, so enough about that. I'm just bragging now. So when we became a top 10 brand, of course we've increased since then, that gave us a lot of resources, a lot of recognition, and access to the best of the best ingredients, the best of the best scientists, dermatologists, and the best of the best labs. And so that's where it was out of all those resources that we came up with the Time-Wise Repair line. It's called Volufarm because that's the 2 things that we lose as we age. We use volume and we lose firmness. And those are the things that we want to keep. That's what kept us looking so young before. So it's a pricey to make line. It's our prestige line among all of our skincare lines. And it's also, because it's pricey to make, it's pricey to buy. So let me walk you through some of the things. Now, if you were to ever do a product by product comparison to what you see at some of the counters at the department stores or Sephora, Ulta, etc. If you were to do a product to product comparison, we will always come out less than half of the price of comparable products in other lines. That is a huge seller for me. And Christy Peters taught me a really cool way where we can sell a whole set to each person at a class. If we have 5 women there, we can easily have an $1,100 class, because each woman there, a lot of the time, will buy the full set. Now, the secret to that is having these on hand, because who's going to fork over $205 and get nothing in return? So it really ups your odds of selling really big the more product you have on hand. So what we do, thank you, Christy Peters, is we set a full box of this at every person's spot, so that when you're talking to her about the product, she's got the whole box in front of her, and she knows all I got to do is stick this down there by my purse and I'm taking it home. Really great smarts. Okay, so here's your cleanser. It looks a lot like the same cleanser. I mean, same kind of tube, just different coloring in the basic set and miracle set, but it's completely different. You only use about a pearl-sized amount. This will last forever, and it smells so nice. This whole set, I mean, even just the box smells nice. And it's because of the botanicals. There's no added fragrance. It's just that there's a lot of botanical extracts used in here, and you can smell them. So this has a lot of it has sunflower seed oil in it. And the great thing about that is that it's got a lot of vitamin E. Vitamin E is awesome for skin discoloration. So this whole set will really help with discolorations. And by the way, when you get this Time-Wise Repair set, you don't need a lot of other supplements. There's a couple that you might want to add. I've added in a couple, and I'll talk with you about those next week. But there's not a lot necessary. You don't need another moisturizer. It's in here. You don't need a separate eye cream. It's in here. You don't need replenishing serum plus C. It's built into these products. So starting with this, the cleanser, this I think will last about 7 months or so. So it's a touch longer than the other cleansers. And it also has hyaluronic acid. That's something that our bodies make, but over time we slow down making it because of hormones and free radicals, being exposed to the sun, illness, smoking. So those things kind of break down. Collagen does too, elasticity in skin does too, and so does hyaluronic acid. Well, all of those things are enhanced with this set. But let's talk specifically about hyaluronic acid. It sounds like, oh my gosh, acid, that sounds scary, but it's not. It's what you want, because it's the ingredient in your skin that makes it act like a sponge, so that whatever hydration you have in your skin or you add to your skin, hyaluronic acid is able to hold 1,000 times its volume in hydration. That's what we want. Okay, what's the difference between a grape and a raisin? And which one would you rather your skin look like? Yep. So let's be all about hyaluronic acid, and this will help us boost it. Okay, moving on. The next step you would do in this set is, this one is in a glass bottle. This is our lifting serum, and in my experience, this is the first one that you run out of. Now, I always tell my customers, store it on its little bottom there, because if you lay it flat, the product in here is so rich that it'll just be down, laying like this in the bottom, and the dip tube won't reach it. And like my mother-in-law was the first one to alert me to this. Oh my gosh, I've only had this 3 weeks. I'm already out of it. You can't be out of it. How much are you using? Well, she was using the right amount, but she was putting it in the drawer like that, so the dip tube wasn't getting it. So I always store mine up like that. Now in that product, it's got the collagen and elastin boosters. Okay, collagen is what keeps our skin up and in place, keeps it from sagging and bagging. It's kind of like scaffolding under our skin, and it also promotes elastin. That's the bounce back ability of our skin. At some point, we lose our stretchability, or our ability to go back in place, and that's how we start getting laugh lines, smile lines, frown lines, whatever they are, because it gets where it just doesn't want to bounce right back anymore. And so that's what that product does. Lifts it, keeps it in place. If you love replenishing serum plus C, all of that and more is in the lifting serum. Okay, the next thing you would do, depending on whether it's morning or night, if it's daytime, you're going to use the day cream, which has SPF built into this too, so you don't need another sunscreen. This is SPF 30. And by the way, these two have, what do they call it? Airless pumps. And so you're going to pump every last bit of product out of those two. Do you hear Bo's name tag? Bo is in here with me, and his little name tags are jingling on his collar. So the airless pumps mean you get every little bit. You just lift the cap off. You don't unscrew any of this stuff. So the day cream has all the moisturizer in it you need, all the SPF you need, and it's got more anti-aging benefits built into it. So it's like all you need. And this whole set is great for people whether they're oily or dry. If they're really oily, they might scale back and only do a half pump here and of the lifting serum. And then if they're super dry, they could add on intense moisturizing cream. It's the pink cream. But in my experience, I just don't have people, like I literally don't have one customer that says it's just not hydrating enough for me. So the workhorse of this whole set is the night treatment with retinol. I always call it night cream. Night treatment with retinol. Okay, so here's what this is. It's got little microspheres full of time-released retinol. Retinol is like the number one prescribed, if you're going to go to a dermatologist, treatment for both acne and aging. Yeah. So that's why the Miracle Set worked for me, and I was able to get off of those prescriptions because the day and night solution have retinols. Yeah. But so does this. But the key thing about this that makes it so remarkable is that it's when you put it on at night and go to sleep, it's retinol is releasing into your skin, and that's tremendous. That's when you want it on. You want it on during the night, but then there's still some left in your skin, and it's time releasing throughout the day as well. So an awesome product that really enhances everything else in this box. Okay, last product. This is your eye cream. Comes in the set. It's eye renewal cream, and it's an eye cream that firms under your eyes. It treats lines and wrinkles. It does have ingredients that will help with darkness under the eyes or on the lid. Some people have a dark lid as well. And what did I leave out? Firms, hydrates, fights lines and wrinkles. I'm leaving something out. Brightens. Yes, I already said that one. 4 things. So it's also got this really special tip here. This tip is a special metal called Zamac, Z-A-M-A-C. It's zinc, aluminum, magnesium, and copper. This came out of the boxing ring because when a guy would get, knocked in the eye, it would swell up. Well, then he can't fight as well because he's like, one eye. And so this metal stays really cool to the touch. So I don't do this every day, but when I think about it, I'll turn it around after I put the eye cream on, turn it around to the round side and just little circles under the eye and on the eyelid because it's revving up that little micro circulation. And when you do that, we can drain some of the fluids out of the little fatty deposits we have in that area. That's a great thing. So we can drain some of the puffiness that we have, but we can also firm that tissue up by doing that little bit. And because of the cool tip, we can also pull out some puffiness. So this eye cream, here's another cool tip. If you want to upgrade, if a customer wants to upgrade her Miracle Set, she can upgrade it by including this cleanser instead of the other cleanser. This will give her even, a little boosted benefit from what she gets in the Miracle Set without much difference in cost. I mean, I think it's like maybe $5 difference in cost. That cleanser individually versus the Time Wise Repair cleanser individually. So it's a small upgrade charge, and then have her add in this eye cream because this eye cream is going to do so much for that eye area, which is the first place she's going to be fussing. Now, my customers that are looking for what skincare line to go with, they usually will switch to Time Wise Repair in around their mid-30s. But be willing to, if she's not ready for that, like emotionally or financially, then that's totally okay. Have her go with the Miracle Set and add in the pieces as she's phasing things out, and she can come back and phase in from the Repair Set. One thing I also always tell people about the Repair line is you only buy the whole 205 box once. Because once you have it, you've got all those pieces in it, and they're going to run out at different rates. And so then you only have to replace the piece that you ran out of. Now, this really interesting demo to help you really get why do we have three different exfoliators? We do have three different exfoliators. We have microdermabrasion, we have the Skin Vigorate cleansing brush, and now we have the facial peel. So this, I just put on a little, what was that? Bronze 3 liquid foundation. I put it on this orange. This is kind of like our skin, right? We've got little pores and, you know, we've got skin. So I'm going to take our cleansing brush here and with a little bit of cleanser, just a little bit, is all we need. Okay, so you know that the way the Skin Vigorate cleansing brush works is that whatever cleanser you have on your face, you just turn it on and do little circles on your face and it takes it off. Look at that, see? Took it right off. Can't see anything on there. Yeah! So that's one form of really gentle, I don't even know where it was, really gentle exfoliation. So you could see that that's a great daily thing. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You know, we got to brush our teeth. If we just washed our face using just our hands and a washcloth, that would be kind of like brushing your teeth with your finger. Like if you've ever been somewhere and spent the night and you forgot your toothbrush, you're not going to use somebody else's toothbrush. So you just put some toothpaste on your finger and try to make that work. That's kind of washing your face with just a washcloth or your hands and a cleanser. You're not really doing much. You're kind of making it smell a little nicer, but you're not getting the stuff off. When you step it up and use the Skin Vigorate cleansing brush, you're getting 85% more of the residue, the funk. It's like brushing your teeth compared to using your finger. Okay, now moving on. Next is our microdermabrasion. Now our microderm set has that gritty, refined step, and I won't go into the product details about it until next week, but you know how it works. It's kind of a mechanical exfoliator, so it's you know, you're rubbing and buffing there. So let's take our same orange, and I've got my handy cheese grater here, and I'm just gonna do like this. This is kind of to simulate using microderm, and yes, I totally have orange zest all over my lap, and it smells so nice. I'm ready for spring. So now that I've zested that, you can see a lot of this part of the, you know, the bumpy skin, you can't see the pores anymore, and it's really soft and smooth. So this is a great, you know, microderm is a great form of exfoliation, and it really does do an awesome job. So it's kind of like flossing your teeth. So it's a step above just washing with a washcloth. It's a step above. It's a step above using like your finger, and it's a step above using a toothbrush. So now you're with me, maybe, unless I've confused you more. Okay, now we're going to talk about the facial peel. The facial peel is a salicylic acid, a glycolic acid peel, and that's a buzzword right now, but here's just briefly what it does. If I took that same orange and I got my peeler, of course it's not this, you're not going to feel this on, it doesn't feel like you're peeling your skin off. I don't want you to think that. But if I used my peeler, then I'm getting really a lot off. And this part is so remarkably soft and smooth. So we can use the Skin Vigorate brush and we get a lot of stuff off. Can't see any results, any remnants of what we had on there. Then we can use microderm and we can get a lot off. And then sometimes we're gonna use the facial peel and really get down to fresh, brand new skin. But trust me, this is not going to feel, it's not going to burn, it's not going to, you don't peel it off of your skin, it doesn't make your skin peel. I don't know, I wish they could come up with a different name for it other than facial peel, but alas, that's what they call it. But it's basically just, it's another way of exfoliating off using a glycolic acid, which is a derivative of vitamin C. Don't be freaked out by it. To remove that outer layer of skin that basically is dead and half dead anyway. So that's 3 ways that if you use any of those methods, Skin Vigorate brush, microderm, or facial peel, you magnify the results that any of our skincare lines were giving you. Because what you did is you got rid of all the outer stuff, the funk, the grime, the grease, the whatever, and you let those products that you were spending money on to treat your acne, to treat your lines, to get you really good hydrated skin. You're letting them go into the freshest, newest skin. So the money that you spend on products is now so much better spent because it's not going into skin cells that are going to flake off on your pillow when you go to bed tonight. So I hope this has helped you figure out what line you should be using and how to talk to anybody about what, no matter what age group or no matter what challenge they're having with their skin right now, comfortably and confidently. And I can't wait to see you next week for Supplements Night.